Hello, my name is Kurt Brown, also known as Saint Rambone. I was the person that the cop was actually the federal agent was speaking to through the door. The current government does not believe in open meetings laws. They will not even allow freedom of the press. I have been going round and round with the Mobile, Alabama government. What it is, they're controlled by the federal government. The federal government here in the southeast is nothing more than a dictatorship. I had survived an attempt on my life after working as a bank examiner for the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and I had reported an attempt on my life at the Mobile, Alabama City Council meeting. That was in 2001. The video you're seeing with the man was in 2007. He was actually an FBI agent. He called himself a Mobile Police Department. We should view the government as our enemy until they open the doors. We expect at the next election for some major chaos to occur. I regret having worked for the federal government as a bank examiner. I had no trouble with the government until that time. I reported money laundering and murder. The money laundering is in the billions of dollars, most likely. What they do is they skim funds from casinos that have proliferated across the country. I had associates opening up their own banks in California when I was there. They were giving them bank charters. I also saw some bank presidents who had huge amounts of income compared to other bank presidents while I was auditing banks. What it is they have criminal syndicates. We should be aware of technology. And if we ever get a political party who believes in democracy and open government, if they try to pull this sort of thing, we should have the ones that's ordering the police to come to our homes, we should have them removed from office. It is my hope the current regime will be removed from the United States. They are international. They do not care about any sort of rights, civil rights, or human rights. I have been forcibly injected by the federal government in 2001 and in 2004. In 2001, after the federal government injected me, they made me sign documents and they were threatening me with long-term imprisonment for simple gun ownership. I was in fear for my life with no response by the federal government. As you can see, they send people to my home, but they would not even respond to my calls for help whenever I had been attacked after reporting money laundering and murder. And I had tested the replacement regional director of the FDIC and some other people there. I had reported money laundering and murder and told them I knew what I had seen. And I told them, I walked up to them one day in San Francisco, let them see me. I was attacked 3 days later. That was in 2001. In February, I had let them know, and that was mid-February, and I was attacked. I encourage people to never trust the United States government, never let your children serve in the military, and if all possible, do not have your children birthed in hospitals or don't send them to public schools. It's not that the people in the hospitals or public schools are bad. It's just we do not know what is there. The unknown can set you back a long ways. We know the public schools are overburdened. We know that the hospitals, they do the best they can, but many of the drugs they give out may actually be detrimental to your child. As you can see, the federal government does not like me, the current federal regime in power. I do not like them. They were actually in violation of laws. They were trying to force me not to film as a reporter. I have a degree as a reporter. I have a degree as an auditor. I am trained in medical technology. I am trained in computer science. And they send out these idiots out here. They're not necessarily idiots, but they're cops out there. They're FBI agents to tell me not to go to a city council meeting. I had told them I did not want the Secret Service coming out because they were under the National Treasury Employees Union. That's normally who they send out to harass me. This has been going on for years. We know at the next election that we know the elections are frauds in the United States. We know at the next election we're expecting trouble. You will never have a democracy under them. Do not ever serve their government. And if they are eliminated, applaud and hope we can get a true democracy in and a government that will uphold our rights. This is Kurt Brown, Saint Rambone. Kurt Brown, also known as Saint Rambone, a Mobile Audit Club. You can see proof of force injections at the site Mobile Audit Club. You can see the continuing links on the homepage of that site. I wish you well, and I urge people to get involved in government, but beware of the inside of government buildings. We live in an era of technology. They fear me because I am a bank auditor and a bank examiner. I have been trained in many fields, and I know when we are being turned upside down and messed over. You know, the government doesn't care about us. Think back on Vietnam. They lined up those kids to kill them.